Hey guys, Mitchell J again, the Scaredy Cat Guide, and Bitcoin is battling to break higher. So that range that we have talked about over the last week that Bitcoin essentially is in, it kind of broke out of it, but not really. So if you take a look at the chart, let's zoom in a bit, you'll see that well, the current price right there is that red dotted line. So you see it's right at the top, and we essentially did close above. So this like 97-ish area. I mean, the highs were 97 and change. We're up at 98 at one point on this prior candle, which just closed about an hour ago. The new day technically started about an hour ago from the time I'm recording this, which is about 9 o'clock Eastern on Thursday evening. So we closed above, essentially the closing prices of this range. I would have liked to see us eclipse 9,800 and close above 98. But anyway, Bitcoin poked his head through, sold off a little bit at the beginning of the new day. Now it's rebounding. So we shall see. Again, it's positive pressure on the upside. It looks like it wants to break. So we shall see if we get any follow through. But essentially, on yesterday's candle, we did close above, these closing and opening highs. So that is conducive to us breaking out of this range finally and making a run higher, making a run at the level, the 10K level that, will always remain a psychological level, big round number. We also got the 200-day moving average right about there. So we'll see. Bitcoin is making an attempt to break to the upside. So hopefully it can join some of the others. Let's take a look at Ethereum real quick. I haven't even looked at it today. Let's see if it followed through or not. Okay, yeah, followed through nice. So there you go. Boom. It broke the resistance. Nice big candle. Got us well up into the sevens. Like I said, we wanted to get above this and above this prior consolidation. So I wanted to see it above 750. And look at that. That's what we got. So that's awesome. So Ethereum is doing its thing. It's leading the charge. Hopefully Bitcoin can follow in its footsteps, which is a little backwards. Usually Bitcoin is the market leader, as I've mentioned before, but that's fine. We'll see if Bitcoin can do the same. But either way, again, this price action is still positive, though. Nothing's changed. We made a move up. Now we're consolidating. There was no real sell-off, so that's good. So I would not be surprised if this resolves to the upside. But anything can happen. So obviously, downside is still the bottom of this range. As I always say, know your upside targets, know your downside targets. So nothing too crazy going on. Otherwise. So I don't understand why it always brings up the wrong Ethereum chart. I want this one. So this is good. As far as Ethereum goes, so now we know what our downside is. So now that we've established above this prior resistance, now it becomes support. So 680 is now the new line in the sand on the downside. That is generally what I'd like to see us hold. Obviously, it's not an exact number. We can go down obviously 670 even because, same thing here. So as long as we kind of remain above that 670, 680 area, then, bullish tone to Ethereum. So if we were to see any kind of pullback, we'd want to see it hold there, because if it doesn't hold there, then the price action goes from bullish to, bearish, or from positive to negative. As far as upside, well, it's going to be this last top, this last consolidation. So we're looking at, about 880 or so. So there's some good room to move. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get a little consolidation before it legs up again. That would be the ideal situation, because that would be, clean, organized price appreciation. As usual, like I say, time will tell. So I don't know. I think that's it. Let me take a look at Litecoin real quick. I haven't looked at it in the last couple days. Yeah, see, kind of same thing. Still, it looks very similar to Bitcoin. You had, the big up day, the big down day, and then a bunch of small little, bouncing around. So same thing, except for we're still in the middle here. Litecoin hasn't broken out to the upside or the downside. So same thing, upside, we need to get above a buck 65. Downside, we want it to hold 145. So that's our upside target or downside target. After those things happen, then we can make decisions on what to do next. As of right now, I wouldn't do anything with Litecoin. To give an example of doing something, if you look at Ethereum, all right, well, we know that our upside now is a potential of 880. Our downside is, 670. So Does that give us a proper risk reward scenario? Well, all right. You're risking 80 to make what's that math here? Buck 20? Not really, actually. It's not even 2 to 1. So I don't know if I would initiate a new position or take a trade. Now, if we got a little bit of a pullback, then I might look to do that. And then get in where I have a close downside support, downside, exit if it goes against me, and then much more upside. So that's another way to look at it. But like I always say, you want to get 2 to 1 on anything you're like actively trading, but even on your longer term investments. Obviously, with a longer term point of view, you might have a wider upside and downside price point in terms of support and resistance levels. You don't have to use the nearest ones because you're going to give those more room generally because it's not something you're trading. But I think that'll be it for now. Like I said, nothing too crazy going on. I just wanted to point out that Bitcoin was, trying to make a run to an upside breakout. So we'll see. We'll see if it can follow through or not. Like I said, this candle just started, so we have another, 23 hours basically for it to do its thing. All right, we'll follow up on that later on and see how it played out. Until then, I'll see you on the next video.